Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1,207th edition. Is it 7th or 8th? Where are we at right now? It could be the 1,208th edition. We'll wait for some clarification of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Traders, this video is being filmed on Thursday night for Trading Friday. That would be August 8, 2014. There's a lot of things on the board. Let me just explain that futures trading can be extremely risky and can cause substantial financial loss. You should never, ever trade without knowing the risks. A stop can be your best friend in this business, but it can't always work. Sometimes a stop can even be blown through. So know what you're doing if you're going to play this game. All right, so for trading on Friday, boy, it doesn't even feel like tomorrow's Friday. I had that one day off. I don't even know where I'm at right now. So Thursday night for Friday, I've got some projections on the board. We're going to get to those. I've got a couple of topics on the board. Let me say this. There's no gunfight. There's no winner yet at the gunfight at the Otapma Corral. Not yet. You know, I showed you in the last two videos, we're right at this Otapma, and if, in fact, the market does break it and continues on, it becomes bearish. If the market holds like it has many times in the past, we should head back up. So we're at a gunfight. Nothing has changed there yet since the last video. I'll show that to you. Big news events, as far as I've ever learned, this is my opinion, of course, but I've been doing this over 32 years now. Big news events usually bring with it tops and bottoms. We had Obama come out and flex some muscles tonight, and the market started to come off. That brings me to projections. Now, I've used many charts and many calculations and many indicators to come up with what I'm going to show you right now. These projections are in the ES, NASDAQ, Russell, Transportation Average, Dow, and there's even a loosely worded one here in the DAX, or at least that loosely put together because the DAX is such a yo-yo. So, doing a wealth of analysis, and if we continue down a little further, and forget about news events because that's supposed to come up in the charts anyway, and this coming out now, Obama coming out flexing his muscles about Iraq, would make these projections make sense. So, I'm no perma bull, I'm no perma bear. Ask any Omniac who's ever been to my site. I'll trade any side. But right now we're in a big booming bull market. It's come off a little bit. There's a lot of question as to where we're going. So I have short-term targets. And ES, we have 1883 to 1880, give or take about 3 points. Give or take 3 to 5 points in anything there, to be honest. Now, I've given this projection out to you 3 or 4 days ago. We're heading towards 83 now. We were much higher when I gave it to you. NASDAQ, I've got a projection of 3750 to 3730. My opinion, that's a little low, but based on calculations and using my charts, I've got ES at 1883 to 80. 3730, 3750, 3730 in your NASDAQ. Russell, 1083, interesting number. Transportation average, 7875 to 7850. Then you've got the Dow. I gave this number out days and days ago, 16150, 16100. And possibly in the DAX, it's such a yo-yo, but 8675, big projection there. So that's what I'm getting based on the charts and my calculations. Now let me show you at least 3 of these projections on charts. Let me show you why those projections make sense. And I think you'll find that it's not a good idea to fall in love with the downside right here, that the upside is likely what's going to happen when this gunfight is over. Why? We've got a big booming bull market we've been in for some time. Has the economy in the U.S. changed for the worse? Not lately, so why would the market stop? Yes, news can make us have a little pullback, and then big news like what we had today usually puts in tops and bottoms. That would mean possibly we hit these targets or close to them and bottom out. So I want to show you on charts why those targets make sense. Traders, if you like what you're seeing in these videos, I'm holding an Omni camp where I will teach you how to come up with my Omni projections for 4 days here in Las Vegas. It is September 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. And to my apologies, I have not called back my OmniCamp applications, but I will from tomorrow forward. I've been a little bit busy, but I will call you. So fill out your applications if you've got time to come to Vegas in September next month, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. It's over a weekend, and I will train you and teach you how to come up with some Omni projections. So what's next? The projection has not gone away. We'll see what happens there. I will see you at my site, and let's now go look at why the gunfight's not over and why some of these projections make sense. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Traders, you've seen this chart before, so let's start with this being our first. In this chart, it's the emini S&P daily bar chart. OTAPMA is overlaid over the daily bars, and I've shown you that time and time again. When you get to OTAPMA, you go below it for just a little while and run back up. Down below, run back up. Each time we basically make a new yearly high. Down below, run back up. Down below, new yearly high. Down below, new yearly high. Here we are now, we're just finally getting down below it a little bit, and I gave out a projection of 1883 in my last video. It's still about the same, let's give or take 3 points, 1877, 1886, somewhere 3 points, give or take, of this number right here. So that's what we should get down to, and I should be going like this in a day or two, and pointing towards the upside. That's what we'd expect because of the repetitive pattern, right? And we know that repetitive patterns are the cornerstone to accurate technical analysis. So unless we break this and severely start heading down, this should be our scenario. So we are still at the crossroads. There is absolutely no change yet. Do not fall in love with the downside unless something happens. Then there's this. We go out to the Dow Jones Transportation Average. We overlay OTAP on that, and we know that this tends to be the leader of U.S. indices. It's a big, broad market. It shows when products are being moved from one place to another. And if products are moving, that means the stocks are getting busier. So lots of times it tends to lead the market around, right? There's more reasoning, but that's simple reasoning behind why it's a leader. So you get below OTAPMA, you rally up below OTAPMA, same sort of thing here. You barely get below and take off. Get below a little and take off. Since then, we have gotten to OTAPMA for a day and took off. One day, took off. Here we are as of Thursday. Should it penetrate? Well, my number says 78.75, but that would bring it down to here. It would have to go down to here. According to what's happened recently, this number won't even get hit. Now, I'm not saying it has to go up because Omni's been bearish lately. We've been calling downside trades. But these targets are something, or these projections are something we should keep our eyes on, because it seems to be that is what happens when you get near this average, is as long as we don't violate it too far, I think we'll be okay. Then we step this out from a daily to a weekly. Secondary Omni average, not the OTAPA now. We put this on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and you'll note that you've got the same sort of thing going on here. It used to penetrate it in a grander fashion, and now it barely gets through before it just heads the other way. It goes through for 1 week, it goes the other way. Used to go through for a few weeks. Now, 1 week the other way, 1 week the other way. We're just getting through it now. We stand right here. So, very interesting on the weekly. That says that the projections are something that we should see, because these projections seem to have worked and the market held. Let's hope it holds, because for the benefit of the market, our country, and everyone else, we need the markets to hold, although you know Omni will trade it this way, that way, and it'll even trade on the neutral days if it can. So it doesn't matter the Omni, but we need to see the market hold here. That would be beneficial. Traders, pull your own charts, do your own homework, see if you find the same projections that I have found. So, traders, you've seen the charts, and there is my technical reason for why 3 at least of these projections turn up. Now, again, I used a multitude of charts and indicators and all sorts of things. This is merely the visual projection that I was able to show you in this video. But rest assured, that's not what I put on the board a moment ago, the only reason why I would call for a buy. We have other reasons. So, of course, we would never take anyone's recommendations without doing our own homework. We know a stop can be your best friend in this business as long as it works when you put it in. And traders, this is video 1208. We've got clarification here. It took a couple of pros to come in. You know, we flipped some books, but we figured it all out. And in the end, it's video 1208. What's interesting about that, there are 8s all over this board, 1883 to 1880, 1208. Ooh, is there an omen going on here? Anyhow, So traders, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Come hang out with me in my free trading room. Remember, if you want to join me in September for OmniCamp, fill out your OmniCamp applications at livewithoscar.com. I'm supposed to also tell you this. Make sure that you subscribe to our videos at YouTube. This way you get an email notification as soon as we pump out another one of these nightly videos. All right, traders, remember, always try to keep your emotions out of this game. One of the best things I know of, I tell you to do this in every video, and you know that you should say this to yourselves over and over again, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll traders, I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.